It's the time of the Friday analysis, and as usual we will start with the Euro USD. So as you can see, this is the signal which I have sent last Wednesday, I think, on the midweek analysis video. And as you can see, the Euro USD signal has been activated already. It went in total of 51 pips of profit and currently 9 pips. Now what's next? By moving to the daily chart, we can see that the market has indeed respected that level of a real resistance as I have expected. Now we are having here 3 candles, or actually 4, representing the retest of that level of a resistance, and most likely the Euro USD will continue the fall. By moving now to the 30-minute time frame, we are having here a support zone. There is a possibility for the Euro USD now to make a pullback, and if that happens, and if we wish to have a better entry, we can actually continue selling the Euro USD. But however, we will just change the entry point to be exactly right there at that level of a resistance, right there exactly. Let me just be precise, exactly right there at 1.08534. As you can see, this is gonna be, guys, our new entry. It's just almost the same of the midweek analysis, just like 6 or 7 pips far away. However, if we can see here, we're having a resistance trend line. As you can see, we are having here the fake breakout from that level, and the same level of a resistance trend line has been respected repeatedly. Not only that, but also right here, of course, we are having also a broken support trend line level. So as you can see, this was the support trend line. It has been broken out from. We can see here the market has made a retest. It was also a fake breakout from that level, and right there, finally, the final retest has happened already on that level of a broken support trend line, and the market created a new resistance trend line. So all of that together tells us that most likely, if the market is going to make any pullbacks, we can continue selling the Euro USD exactly at that level, where that level of a resistance trend line will be respected, and also the real level of the resistance will also be respected. Now, if that happens, our take profit level for today only, of course, will be right here till the market reach the lowest level of a support at 1.05231, aiming approximately 60 pips profit from this signal, and the safe zone, of course, that shouldn't be ranging higher than the peak of the resistance right there. Let me just see, at 1.06065. Let me just now adjust the entry to be exactly like that. The entry point, guys, is going to be at 1.05834. Oh my goodness, I forgot to add the 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, man, 0. All right. And take profit level will be right there at 1.05231. That's everything for this pair. Let's now move to the pound USD. Alright, so pound USD signal also from the midweek analysis was a fantastic signal. And before that, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you wish to, please leave a good comment or any comment at all, because as I'm telling you always, the channel is really dead by now. Anyway, now the pound USD has reversed exactly from the given price of the sale, right now running in 64 pips of profit. That is, of course, from the midweek analysis. However, let's now delete the old signal and let's see now what we can do next with this pair. In my opinion, by looking at the daily chart, the pound USD is facing a strong bearish movement right now. And that level of a resistance trend line has indeed been respected repeatedly. Keep in mind, we are talking about daily chart. So we are having 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 attempts of a resistance trend line, a fake breakout, then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and could be a 6th one, attempts of a resistance trend line. All of that together tells us that the pound USD is most likely now going to continue the fall. Not only that, but also this candle right here in the middle, it shows a strong pressure from both parties. However, the price action right here also shows a continuation in the fall and the strength in the bearish movement. That means that we have to consider selling the pound USD. Moving to the 30-minute time frame. Now, based on the 30-minute time frame, we have to understand that we're having right here a strong level of a support, and the pound USD will continue the fall till it reach it, and then maybe we will have a pullback. But until then, we will continue selling. That means that the pound USD still has about 66 pips to go. Now, that means that we can expect a pullback to happen, since we're actually facing here a support zone. As you can see, the bearish movement is strong. It's continuing the fall. Now, where exactly we can sell the pound USD again? Well, to find the answer, we have actually always to consider using the resistance trend lines. You can just mark any resistance trend line, or actually key resistance trend line, and check out if it has been respected. So this level has indeed been respected repeatedly. What I will do next is just simply drag the ending point of it and just point it all the way right there at the nearest resistance trend line. Check this out right here, exactly right there. Right here we are having the nearest strong key resistance trend line to the current price. That means that if there will be any pullback happen right here, we can expect it to continue the rise till it reach that level of a resistance, and then the pound USD will most likely gonna continue the fall. That level of a real resistance also cannot be ignored. So therefore, we will have like that. So as you can see, the same level was also a strong key support level in the past. It was also the nearest support to that bearish breakout candle. So let's wait for the pound USD to make a pullback for another 16-17 pips before we can continue shorting it. The safe zone shouldn't be ranging higher than this level of a real resistance for about 42 pips and targeting about 81 pips only for today. Let me now write the signal for you. Moving now to the AUDUSD. AUDUSD unfortunately is failing from the midweek analysis. It was running in a small profit of about 23 pips and then finally went back below the entry for about 25 pips. Now what's next with this pair? First of all, let me delete the old signal and let's see now what we can expect next with this pair. Moving to the daily chart. So unfortunately my original analysis for this pair has indeed failed. I was expecting from this pair to continue the rise and reach that level of a resistance, but the current price action happened right here for the last 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. It doesn't seem like it's gonna happen, and most likely now the AUDUSD is gonna continue the fall. Now from the first impression, I would say that the AUDUSD will continue the fall till it reach that level of a support at 0.62518. That means that we can expect another 57 pips to happen here, or to get from this pair. Let's now move to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, now we have to understand that we are seeing here a strong bearish movement, but we cannot see a clear entry. So I'm not yet sure where exactly we can continue selling this pair. So therefore 4-hour time frame is not really gonna cut it. Let's move to the 30-minute time frame. Now 30-minute time frame shows actually better entries. Right there exactly. We do have right here a strong key level of a resistance exactly at 0.63282. Now, if the AUDUSD is gonna continue the fall, that level of a resistance trend line exactly like that will most likely, guys, now gonna be respected. As you can see, guys, I'm getting tired. I don't know what happened to me. It's one of the side effects of the operation I had 3 weeks ago. Anyway, that level of a resistance trend line has been respected. Then we had a fake breakout, and then finally the same level of a real resistance trend line has indeed been respected repeatedly. Another fake breakout, and now if the market is going to make any pullbacks upon the pressure from that support, we can expect to sell the AUDUSD exactly at 0.63282, and that level of a strong key resistance level will most likely be respected again. So I think if we check the Fibonacci, this is going to be 38.2, I think. Almost. Actually, this is not the right way. Let me just make sure it's the right way. Almost 38.2. It's very close to it. However, we can sell the pair exactly at that level after it makes a pullback for another 18 pips. And this time, our take profit level is not going to be much. It's going to be actually right here at the lowest level of a key support at 0.62863, aiming total of 40 pips. Come on. 40 pips. 40 pips it is. I cannot give more than that. And the safe zone gonna be ranging till the peak of the resistance at 0.63507 for about 22 pips only. Let me now write it for you. Moving now to the USDCAD. Alright, so USDCAD signal was really fantastic and a perfect one, and it has already hit the take profit level. And for that, guys, I would really appreciate if you can just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if you wish to. Anyway, and by the way, guys, you just know that when any new follower joining this channel or actually watching the video for the first time, the first thing he will look at is the comments. He wants to see what the people thinking about this guy. Shall I follow him or not? Should I take his signal or not? If he doesn't see any comments at all, he will just think, he's a bullshit. His signals are bad. But you guys know very well that these signals have a very high winning ratio, and for that reason I'm telling you guys, please help me to grow the channel, And if you can, leave any comments for the new followers. Always remember, guys, you are the one who building the channel, not me. I am just making the videos here, and I can be talking to myself the whole day. It's you guys who build the channel and making it grow, not me. Anyway, let's now see what we can expect next with the USDCAD. First of all, let's delete the old signal. And now, if we look at the daily chart, now as you can see, the USDCAD is approaching the highest level of a resistance right there. Let me just be sure and accurate, at 1.37795. That means that the USDCAD still has about 50 pips more to go. That means also that the pair is going to continue the rise, and we can continue buying it at a certain point. Moving now to the 1 hour time frame. Now on the actually let's move to the 4 hour time frame. Now on the 4 hour time frame, what we are having right here is of course a clear level of a broken resistance, and the USDCAD has actually been respecting that level of a real support right there also. So that level of a support has indeed been respected. But let's keep in mind that these two candles right here looks like suspicious, because they look like actually a fake breakout. That means that the real level of a support has not been done yet. I believe that the real level of the support lies exactly right there at 1.36994. That was, of course, the real level of the support, which is the nearest one to that bullish breakout candle. Also, it was the peak of the real resistance right here, also on the same level. That means that we can actually expect a pullback to happen for about 20, actually maybe 30 pips. Yes, 30 pips. And then we can buy the USDCAD, aiming at least 80 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't be ranging much lower than the bottom of that support for about 35 pips only. Let me now write the signal for you. Moving now to our old friend USDCHF. Welcome back, USDCHF. I missed you. USDJPY was really boring for the last month, and I'm just don't have anything to say about it, and it's just really embarrassing to keep saying the same thing over and over. So therefore I decided to come back to my older friend USDCHF, which I really hate from the bottom of my heart. Anyway, now USDCHF seems like also it's gonna continue the fall, but we have to find the best entry to start selling it. Now as you can see right here, a new daily candle has just been born, and as you can see right there, if we look at the left side, we're having right here a real level of a resistance at 0.89400. That was, of course, the nearest real level of a resistance to that bearish breakout candle. Not only that, also if we look also here right here on the daily chart, we're having right here a real level of a resistance trend line. And what I will do right here, guys, is simply drag the same line. Or actually, let me just draw it like that. Now what I will do is simply drag the very same line that I have just drawn here and place it all the way right there at the nearest key resistance trend line. Check this out right there exactly. That was, of course, a real level of a resistance trend line, and we are having here another level also. However, we will focus on that one because that one cannot be simply ignored. It has also been respected right there and recently as a support trend line right here. Look at that candle. Like this one exactly. So therefore, we can sell the USDCHF after it rises to another 17 pips. I believe it's going to be a good level. That level of a real resistance will most likely be respected. If we move to the 4 hour time frame, now we can see it more clearly. Right there, we're having the highest level of a real resistance, and that is the bearish breakout candle. That is my strategy, guys. Always look at the nearest key resistance level to the bearish breakout candles. Anyway, that's going to happen after the market rises to another 18 pips, and targeting, of course, the nearest key resistance level to our entry. That level of a resistance will most likely also be retested, aiming 75 pips profit from this signal, and the safe zone that shouldn't be ranging higher than the peak of the next resistance at 0.89831 for about 44 pips. Moving now to the NZD/USD. Alright guys, so NZD/USD has also hit the take profit level. It was fantastic signal, and for that please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now what's next with this pair? Moving to the daily chart. Now as you can see right here, we're having a clear movement actually of a breakout from that level of a previous support exactly right there at 0.58610. The market has indeed made the strong bearish breakout from that level of a previous support, and by the way, in the past it was also a resistance level. However, if we want to have an accurate entry, we just have to zoom in right here on the daily chart and just highlight the level of a real resistance, and that can be done exactly just like that. Fantastic. Actually, let me just be more accurate. Exactly. So right there, we're having here the real level of a resistance. It became also a support, and right now the market has just made here the bearish breakout from that level. Now let's move to the 4-hour time frame. As we can see, the market has made here one fake breakout from that level, but not yet a real one. We want to sell the NZD/USD right here exactly at the real level of a resistance, which will gonna occur later. Now, to find that, we have to move to the 30-minute time frame. Check this out. So right here, based on the 30-minute time frame, we are having right here the real level of the support exactly just like that. And now we can expect from the market, actually, because right here we're having a resistance number 1, and these two attempts right here are support number 1, support number 2. Therefore, if there is any pullback can happen, most likely we can sell the NZD/USD right there exactly at the nearest level of a resistance, and most likely it's going to be the second attempt of the resistance as well. And therefore, let's wait for the market to make a pullback for another 19 pips before we can continue shorting it. Of course, if we want to apply the resistance trend line also on that level, we can notice right here exactly. I think, let me just be accurate. Exactly just like that, yes. So right there we are having a real level of a resistance trend line has indeed been respected repeatedly all the time, and then if the NZD/USD is going to make a pullback, it will also face that level of a real resistance trend line, and afterwards it's going to continue the fall. So that being said, based on the daily chart, we will sell the NZD/USD again after it makes a pullback for another 19 pips, and take profit level will be right there at the lowest level of a real support as 0.57673, targeting approximately 71 pips from this signal, and the safe zone that shouldn't be ranging much higher than this level of a previous resistance right there, and right here a previous support for about 31 pips. Okay, let me now write the signal for you. Moving finally to the gold. Wait a minute. Okay, to the gold. Okay, so now the gold signal, of course, went in the right direction, but it hasn't been activated. Now, what can we expect next with the gold? That's really crazy. That's really insane what's happening now to the gold. That's really insane, guys. Obviously, the war in the Middle East right now is really affecting the gold prices, especially, of course, the recent events between in what is happening in Gaza and Israel. So therefore, I believe that the gold will most likely not going to continue the rise because it's just simply unstable right now, and the dollar is also gaining some strength. The gold also the gold right now is actually like the safest direction for investors, and they feel like they can actually trust it more than the dollar itself. However, what can we expect next with the gold? Right now, the gold is on a way overbought level, and it has also reached the highest level of a real resistance at the bracket of 1980. We're approaching 1980, and if the gold is going to make any pullback, actually any breakouts from that level, it will continue the rise till it reach the bracket of 2000. Now, there is a possibility that the investors will not allow this to happen, but again, the war really is controlling the market right now. And for that, we have to be very careful when we are trading the gold. We have to understand that this pair right now is so unstable. Now, what I will tell you right now is just simply the technical analysis. But again, we have to be very careful and wise about trading the gold. Never, ever put all of your eggs in one basket. Don't ever trade with a big lot on the gold, because trust me, you will lose if you do that. However, moving now to the 4-hour time frame. Now, as you can see, this continuation in the growth is so unclear. We don't have much of pullbacks happened. However, we are just seeing here like flags appeared here and there. But eventually, as I told you, the gold has approached the highest level of a resistance right now. So what can we expect next with the gold? Now, most likely, there is a possibility for the gold to fall right now. And if that happens, we will continue buying the gold. I'm not expecting from it to fall at the moment. Not with the recent news. Maybe something gonna happen in the near future. We don't know, maybe today or tomorrow, that can actually affect the price of the gold, which can cause a crash in the gold. So therefore, I'm telling you, be careful, because we are not yet sure what will gonna happen, what the news will bring us tomorrow or after tomorrow. It's gonna affect the gold. However, we are just assuming that we are having right here, if we check the Fibonacci retracement, the gold has reversed exactly at 61.8, and there is a possibility for another pullback to happen till it reach 50. However, I don't believe with the current situation it's gonna reach 50. That's gonna be like 270 pips. I don't think it's gonna happen. Most likely, guys, with the strong bullish candles right here, the gold will continue the rise. I mean, the price action right here shows a continuation, especially this candle right here. This candle in the middle, once you see this candle appeared on a resistance level, or actually broke out from a resistance, it indicates for a continuation in the growth. So the next candle was full bar as well, and right now I'm expecting for the Friday candle to be a full bar as well. So long story short, I believe if we look at the resistance trend line right now, sorry, a support trend line, sorry, I mean support trend line. That is the support trend line, as you can see, exactly just like that. What I will do next is simply drag the very same line that I have just drawn here and place it all the way right there at the nearest key resistance trend line and support trend line as well. Check this out. I'm trying to match it up. Yes. Now we can see that we had here a support trend line. It was in the past a resistance trend line as well, and it became as a real resistance trend line recently. So therefore, there is a possibility for the gold to fall all the way right here, and then we can buy the gold exactly at a certain point when it retests that level of the broken resistance trend line to respect the new support trend line, and then will continue the rise. Again, since we are actually on Fibonacci 61.8, we can expect the pullback to happen immediately. So we are talking about less than 100 pips. Let me just now look at the left side to identify the strongest real level of a support. If we scroll to the left side right now, we need to identify a strong level of a support. So far, I don't see any strong support right there. Of course, you will not see any support because we're talking about the highest that the gold has ever reached to, and right now we are talking about completely resistance level. So it's gonna be tough job to find actually here a strong support level. However, the only support I can see and I can rely on is that level of a key support exactly on the line that I have just drawn here. But the problem is not matching up with that support trend line. There is a possibility for the gold to fall. Okay, maybe we can expect a small drawdown here, but however, eventually the gold will continue the rise. I cannot send you a signal to sell the gold. That's going to be insane in my opinion with the current situation. Again, I'm telling you guys, this is just technical analysis. Maybe there will be something that's gonna change the game and maybe will cause the gold to crash. Anyway, we have to wait for this pair to fall to another 80 pips before we can continue buying it. And actually, just to have a safe entry, I want to check the resistance trend line. I want to be sure. Okay, it seems legit actually. That level of a real resistance trend line has indeed been broken out from. So there is a possibility for that level of a real resistance trend line to become a new support trend line. Guys, I will not lie to you. I'm not so sure about this signal. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just so, I don't know how to say it. It's just very risky. We have to expect 320 pips profit from this signal till the market reach the price of 2,000. If that happens, of course, a safe zone, I don't want to make it ranging for much. Just right there at the nearest key support level, which was right here also a support level at 1953.86. The safe zone shouldn't be ranging more than 138 pips against 326 pips of profit. Alright guys, so I have to admit that this might be one of the craziest signals I have ever given to the gold because of the current situation. But again, it just looks good actually. It looks good. If we actually, guys, I'm just doing it right in front of you. I can actually pause the recording and check all of that, but I want to do it right in front of you to make it more realistic and to show you that we also have to be careful. And this is the reality of trading Forex. We have to look at the signal over and over just to be sure it's valid. 1968 is actually also right here a strong key level of a support. We have to be very careful. There is a possibility for the gold actually to continue the fall till it reach that level of the resistance, retesting it. So expect about 54 pips of a drawdown to happen. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys gonna be safe, and hopefully you will trade this signal wisely, and be careful, because right now the gold is really not safe to be traded at the minute. Always, guys, when there is a war, I really recommend you to stay away from the commodities, and mainly the gold and oil. Anyway, guys, until then, I hope that was informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.